Good evening, guys. My name is Victoria, and this is going to be my presentation over decomposition. So, as an introduction, kind of what I'm going to be going through is what is decomposition? Can decomposition be affected by the environment? Does it affect or involve other postmortem changes? And how does decomposition affect embalming? To go over what is decomposition, there are 5 stages of decomposition. Essentially, it is just the breakdown of the body from, us regularly as flesh to the end stage of bones. To start off with stage 1, and if you look at A for the little pig, it's going to be the fresh stage, which is autolysis. This is where all the cells are going to break down. So all of the cell walls become kind of rigid and unstable, and they burst, and all of the enzymes are going to break down the inside of the body. So all of the intestinal walls and everything will be broken down by these enzymes because the cells themselves are breaking down. In this stage specifically, you also get like bloat flies that will go into the orifices, so the mouth, the nose, the eyes, even the ears, and they will go into any open orifice and just lay eggs. So then moving on to B for the pig, you have the bloat stage. And this is where all of the gases from the breakdown of the cells are going to start building up. They're going to build up, and since there's kind of nowhere for it to go, that it's just going to keep growing. This eventually will cause the body to tear open, which gives, the insects an extra orifice to just take over. And then that's going to start the 3rd stage, which is active decay. And that one's going to be letter C. Let me click here and hopefully this will go away. Okay, perfect. So in letter C, you get active decay, and this is where all of the insects are going to take over. You're going to lose a lot of body mass in here. They're just going to eat away at all of the meat. And pretty much all that will be left is going to be like cartilage and obviously the bones, more or less ligaments and chewable remains. That's going to leave us into the advanced decay, which is going to be D and E. So with this one, or these ones, you, like it's displayed, you will get just mainly ligaments, a lot of just tough remains left, as well as the bones. So this is where you're going to get a lot of bigger animals, kind of like maybe dogs or coyotes, to come in and take those away. And that's going to lead us into the last stage, which is going to be the dry remains, which is bones. Here's a little image that I found. Let me see if I can move myself. This pretty much just explains everything I just did, just on a more accurate time-wise level. None of this happens overnight, and if you'd like to pause and read this, you definitely can. I just mainly put this here because I liked the succession of the images, and kind of just so you can see how long it does take, usually over like a 6-month period of time. Some environmental factors will increase or decrease the rate of decomposition. For a cold environment, the body is pretty much preserved, more or less. As we know, decomposition can never be stopped. The decay of the body will never cease. It is just slowed down. And so with the cold, it's harder for bacteria to grow. It's harder for things to progress as, time goes on. There in the middle, there's a neutral, just kind of regular decomp as it continues on. That is the bloat stage. And then let me move myself. Um, on the right here, you have the arid environment, so something that is hot and lack of moisture. With this effect, it's mainly just mummified, almost like as if you were to make beef jerky and you just completely have like no moisture, high temperature. The body just ends up getting mummified. Postmortem changes are essentially a part of decomposition. Um, Decomposition creates all of these postmortem changes, um, and essentially you cannot have decomposition without these. You can't have these without decomposition. They are all a part of each other. With the livor mortis, with the pressure put on the body, causing the body to look blanched, postmortem stain for it to, not be taken out with embalming. It is just completely stained. Rigor mortis with the stiffness, you just kind of have to wait that out. Postmortem caloricity, when the body does start to die, the temperature rises for a little bit, and then algor mortis, the temperature starts to cool down. You cannot have any of these without decomposition. And essentially, how does this affect us as embalmers? In advanced cases, there's kind of almost nothing we can do. In advanced decomposition, there's really not much we can do if it is just meat and bones. If it is, infested with like maggots, you can't really embalm the body at that point. So sometimes doing nothing is the better option. And there's my works cited. Thank you so much, and I hope you enjoyed.